'Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
You kind of already knew that, Geralt. But I suppose it's good to get someone else's confirmation.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
'Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still it hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched him. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
So Anna screamed and bent over over into herself. Tamara knelt down and grabbed her arms, as in Anna's arms, and then he saw fiery marks on her hands. He's after mentioning 280s, so he's a little unclear. It could go either way.
What marks?
These, well, like
Anna.
burned on with hot iron on the palms inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Okay, that's... Maybe she's a furnace built into her hands, and it's like metal branding in her skin. Yeah, no, somehow. I doubt. I kind of doubt that.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
I've noticed, well, not all, but throughout all the Witcher games, the ladies are very pretty. Very pretty.
Thanks for your help.
The lady, she'll be alright in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
Leave some money for the good people. They helped out.
So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Heya. Go in peace.
I just saw Obakin's ass cheeks. Not something I ever thought I would see. Not ever something I thought I knew either. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. Come on. There we go. A horned beast. What could that be? The coals for eyes. I doubt he's been literal. He's been very creative with his words. Pardon? Someone of the small marsh. Yeah, mate, I don't need to know how small your marsh is.
Halt! Stand and do! I challenge you!
Boots a bit big, maybe? Careful not to trip.
Halt, I say! I am Ronvid of the Small Marsh, bound by a sacred oath.
Oh, that's rough. My sympathies.
To honour Maid Bilberry, fairest of all maids I know, by duelling 100 knights to the death. Now, draw your sword post haste, for I've 99 left after you.
Why are you challenging me? Don't recall doing anything to offend the Maid Bilberry.
Well, why, then swear. Swear! Maid Bilberry's the most loveliest of all.
Thing is, I've never laid eyes on her.
Aha! Ah! I shall wash your scorn away with thy blood, fiend! Stand and fight!
Shit.
No! I yield.
That was it? I clicked twice.
Yes, looks good with you. But the next time we meet...
Go back to Maid Bilberry and apologize for being an ass. Quick, before I change my mind and break your bones.
we shall meet again.
Actually, I swear I damaged his top from doing that. Maybe it was already like that. I'm not entirely sure. From, you know, the signpost there with the shadows on it? I thought it was like, remember those plant bastards from Witcher 1? I haven't seen those in a while. Guess apparently no murders have taken place. That's one issue with not keeping the same critters between the games. It ends up... Oh, that was weird. It just ends up coming off kind of weird, you know? Then again, maybe you just didn't run into it, you know? Not more than that. Oh? What's going on?
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
Oh, he's not just a stable hand, he's the stable master. It sounds like it rank up, certainly.
Thanks, mate. You saved my sorry ass. But I'd roast for sure.
I enhanced my items. I remember hearing people bitching about Witcher. Apparently, like, there's an abusive husband in it, and you can side with him or not, and people are angry that you could side with him at all. I'm figuring this is who they're talking about.
Witcher, a word, please.
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
Oh, it hasn't been that long. Since those two other guys turned up, I'm worried a fight's gonna break out. Mind me, I'm just gonna steal everything. Better have enough space.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Daya most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned felon. In this hole. This reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Oh, so probably stop with the punching. You know, that probably would have helped.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out.
I'm leaving out the details of who helped. Not saying that. Like, if I have the option.
Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenford.
What the blazes? She alright? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
You also haven't mentioned how his wife was dragged off by, you know, a monster. Maybe that was the werewolf who did it. Depending on how long ago that was. Maybe she was dragged off by that. But that wouldn't explain the horns. Then again, if it happened in enough of a flurry, who knows? What kind of ears does a werewolf have? You know? Depending on the ears, maybe what the guy saw was just that, and it, well, you know, just looked in the dark, in the flash of combat, it just ended up looking like horns. So, you know, big floppy ears, like, you know, Labrador, they're up in the wind, and then gone, you know, could end up looking like horns in the dark. Especially if you're shitting yourself hard enough. It's kind of hard to see at all when you're shitting yourself hard enough. I'm torn. I kind of... Part of me was thinking the peasant wife did look like she was hiding something. But at the same time, maybe she just didn't like a stranger barging into her home. And, you know, part of me is thinking the family is... You know, maybe I should just double check that she's actually alive. But, at the same time, I feel like, you know, not gonna happen. It's actually really hard to choose. I'm sitting here thinking, and it's just like, what should I do? You know? Okay, 3 gigs have gone already. Alright. I have 30. Well, had 31. I should be fine. It's really hard to choose because I just don't know what the results will be. Like I've said, this is the first time I played this game. This is completely blind. I knew of botchwings, I knew of like, the abusive guy. Also, I thought Geralt had his beard shaved. Guess it's back. Did it? I know some games have, like, you know, a real-time component to them. Maybe that's because of all the waiting he's done. Maybe the beard regrew. But, you know, like, you know, in Metal Gear Solid, if you wait when you're going up to the end boss fight, if you save and go away for a week and come back, the end will die of old age. Or if you put the in-game clock ahead a week, he'll be dead of old age. Maybe, you know, maybe it's working off that. Or it's the in-game clock. You know, wait long enough, he'll grow a beard. Wait long enough, he'll die of old age. You know. Of course, if you're waiting for Geralt to die of old age, who knows? People are saying he's probably in his 70s, but and he still looks like that. So, and you know, he's pretty damn fit. So, but you know, he isn't exactly suffering the infirmities of old age at this stage. He's still pretty good. So, he could go on for ages more. And for anyone knows, Witchers are immortal. Because no Witchers ever died of old age. They've all died in combat, I would assume. Or at least violent deaths, I would imagine.
That much I can do.
I'm grateful. Take this, call it enticement, and this might prove useful.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontard Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, were he still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
A little here, a little there.
Not surprising, given you wander the world alone.
Not alone no more. She's in the company now.
That's right. You're a member of the company. We're drinking together, killed a wild boar as a pack, you might say. But we've no notion how you arrived here. A woman in a man's garb, razor on her back. Who exactly are you? You a mercenary?
This is hard to choose. I'm thinking she wouldn't outright say she's a Witcher. Like, I've seen a little bit of Ciri from the books when she was a lot younger. She was like 14 at the time. And I'm trying to base, you know, the response of what little I remember of her. I think she was 14 at the time. Fuck, I hope so. If she was younger, then they made the scene where the enchantresses were checking her out.